Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Let's Snipe Dreams. This video is a discussion on chemical bonding. Please do click on the subscribe button for routine updates.
Hi friends, today we are going to discuss very important concepts in chemical bonding. Chemical bonding is classified as one of the most important chapters. Do or die chapters. Perform or perish. In today's discussion, our focus is on octet rule, Lewis structure and formal charge calculation. How to draw Lewis structure? So we have to follow certain guidelines. For example, we select a molecule like this. Carbon monoxide, we can take carbon monoxide. So first we have to arrive the valence electrons. Carbon will give 4 valence electron and oxygen will give 6. So 6 plus 4, 10 valence electrons. These 10 valence electrons we have to distribute in this molecule between these two atoms so that each gets an octet. Octet is 8 electron structure. So carbon, oxygen. Suppose if we draw a single bond, 2 electrons are already used, 8 electrons are remaining. If we allot 6 electron here, oxygen will get an octet. Then carbon won't get an octet. Therefore, with the help of single bond, not possible. So if single bond octet is not achieved means we have to try multiple bonds. In carbon monoxide, so we have to try a triple bond. Now 6 electrons are over, carbon 2 electrons we can allot, oxygen also 2 electrons we can allot. So now carbon as well as oxygen, they have got octet. And 10 electrons also we have used. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this is the way in which we have to draw the Lewis structure. So the basis is octet rule, 8 electron structure. If there is hydrogen, for hydrogen, duplet enough. Around hydrogen, just 2 electrons enough. Or 1 bond enough. So step number 1, we have to arrive number of valence electrons and then allot the valence electron in such a way both atoms or more than 2 means all atoms should get octets. So this is the way in which the Lewis structure is drawn. Now, for example, in this chapter, sometimes some Lewis structures will be given, a combination, 2 or 3 structures may be given, and we have to find out the stability order, relative stability order. For that, so the very good example is nitrous oxide. So nitrous oxide, N2O. So total number of valence electrons, 5 plus 5 and 6. So 16 valence electrons we have. So structure number 1 we can try. N, double bond N, then double bond O. Thus we know very well with the 16 electrons and also with the single bond, it is very difficult to allot an octet. Now already we have used 8 electrons. Then to achieve octet, this nitrogen should get another 4 electrons. The central nitrogen has got octet already. And this oxygen also we have to allot 4 electrons. So now if we count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So 16 valence electron here achieved. Then we try the second structure. N, single bond N, and now this time we have a triple bond here. Now 2 electrons if you allot this oxygen, this will get an octet. Nitrogen has already got an octet, but the terminal nitrogen we have to allot 6 electrons. 6 electrons. So now all the 16 electrons, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, again 16 electrons used up. This is the possible, the second structure. Third structure, still we can try. This time what to do, this triple bond we can shift here. N, triple bond N, and single bond O. 2 electrons for octet. Sender has already got an octet. 6 electron we can distribute. So again, if we count properly, 16 electrons are allotted. So 3 possible structures for N2O. 3 contributing structures. Now the question arises, so which structure is more contributing towards the N2O molecule? For that, we have to follow certain guidelines. The structure in which minimum charge distribution, suppose all the atoms are having formal charge 0, that will be more stable. Next, minimum charge distribution is, for example, -1, +1, 0. This is minimum charge distribution. And -2, +2, it is not minimum charge distribution. Therefore, if we come across these 3 situations, so this will be more, this first one, this will be more contributing, followed by second one, next to third. It means stability is arrived on the basis of formal charges. For formal charges, we have to follow certain rule. So how to calculate formal charge on each and every atom? So for example, we consider this first molecule. Here, formal charge of the first nitrogen is equal to first valence electron. So valence electron minus electrons in lone pair minus half of electrons shared. So for example, this nitrogen, we consider this nitrogen for calculation of formal charge. So nitrogen valence electrons 5 minus 4 electrons in lone pair, 4 minus half of electrons shared, 2 plus 2, 4, half value will be 2. So we have 5 minus 4 minus 2 minus 1. So this nitrogen has the formal charge -1. Now the sender 5 minus 0 minus 4, it will be +1. Now the oxygen 6 minus 4 minus 2, 0. So we have the formal charges -1, +1 and also 0. In the second structure, first nitrogen 5 minus 6 minus 1, 5 minus 6 minus 1, therefore this will have -2. Middle 5 minus 0 minus 4 +1. Then the terminal oxygen 6 minus 2 minus 3, because 6 electrons are shared, half value only will take. 6 minus 2 minus 3, that is +1. So we have formal charges -2, +1, +1. Now the third structure, first nitrogen 5 minus 2 minus 3, 0. Second nitrogen 5 minus 0 minus 4 +1. Then oxygen 6 minus 1 -1. Now which one is more stable? So minimum charge distribution 0, 0, 0 is not there. But -1, +1, we have 2 such structures. There is structure number 1 and structure number 3. So between them, we have to decide which one is more stable. And when we come across identical structures, then the thumb rule says more electronegative element should carry negative charge. So oxygen is more electronegative than nitrogen, therefore this structure will be more stable. Of the 3, the highly stable structure is 3, followed by 1, and the least stable is 2. So we can arrange the stability of these N2O Lewis structures will be in the order 3 greater than 1 greater than and 2. So this is a very, very important aspect, because this type of problems we can come across in what is called competitive examinations. Now the next model is, so which one of the following obeys octet rule? So here also the Lewis structure and formal charge calculation, that will help us. So for example, boron trichloride. So boron, we know very well, boron is surrounded by 3 chlorine atoms. So maximum 3 bonds will take. So it is surrounded by only 6 electrons. It is an incomplete octet. It's an incomplete octet. PCl5. So phosphorus is surrounded by 5 chlorine atoms. So 10 electrons are surrounding phosphorus. So it is also violating octet rule. So it is expanded octet. So incomplete octet. This is incomplete octet. Incomplete. This is expanded octet. SF4 expanded octet. We can prove. SF6 definitely expanded octet. Plus 12 electrons are surrounding sulfur. H2SO4, if we draw the structure like this, HO, sulfur, O, H, then O, O. In this manner, if you draw, every atom will get octet and this hydrogen also, if you allot correctly. Then it is an example for octet rule. But actually, what happened? Sulfuric acid, you must be very careful. Sulfuric acid is a molecule that violates octet rule because the spectrum and other tools confirm there is a double bond here. There is a double bond between sulfur and oxygen, and if we allot electrons like that, sulfur is now having expanded octet, or you can say octet rule is violated. And N2O obeys octet rule, and we have already proved that. 3 contributing structures possible. So we have discussed octet rule, how to draw a Lewis structure, how to calculate formal charge, and how to arrive relative stability of various structures. And octet rule proposed by Kozul and Lewis, so they are the basis for writing structures and also predicting the condition for chemical bonding. All elements take part in chemical bonding to have what is called a noble gas configuration. So NS2 NP6, that is 8 electron structure. So this is the basis. Electronic theory says all atoms and elements take part in chemical combination to have a stable noble gas configuration. In the case of hydrogen, 2 electrons near enough, that is helium configuration. And in today's discussion, we have studied 3 important concepts: octet rule, Lewis structure, and formal charge calculation. In the next session, we are going to learn another important concept, that is dipole moment and Pajon's rule application. Till then, goodbye.
Hope the video was very informative. For personalized tutoring, drop us a mail at letsnipedreams@gmail.com. For more videos, please subscribe to our channel and stay connected. Bye.